Alright, so hey guys, we're back into it. I haven't played Dead by Daylight in a little bit, so I might be a little rusty, but I did kind of want to catch everybody up on what's new in Dead by Daylight right now. So there's a whole bunch of changes right now. So we got the archives, which is a new. There's a lot of games that have it. It's kind of like where you can do like these kind of like side quests and still kind of level up and progress. They have a web, which I'll show you in just a minute. And basically it's got little challenges you can do to kind of earn some more blood points and other goodies. So I'll show you that in just a moment. I'm going to kind of skim over everything because I don't want this video to be like forever long. But basically this one, you got a new skin for Michael Myers. You have another I do believe you have another. Okay, so you have like a new memory that you can get. I'll go over that in a little bit. You got the archives, which I don't know why they call it the Awakening. It's just basically a new way to earn some extra blood points. They have the charms, which basically the killers, they can put little charms on all of their hooks to kind of, you know, customize everything a little bit better. And then the survivors can also do the same thing, whereas they're going to wear them like around their hips instead of, you know, on the hooks, because we're survivors. Come on. So there's a lot of other balancing that they're doing, which basically is just giving you a whole bunch of more blood points for a bunch of various things. Dropping a pallet in a chase, you get extra blood points. Wiggling, you get extra blood points. A bunch of little things like that. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of skim over everything. But if other survivors disconnect, they're adding a few extra blood points to that as well. They got some UI stuff. Not really too much to go over with that. Few changes to the med kit. Basically, they're increasing all the healing. The emergency med kit's getting a little bit of a nerf, as you see on this line right here. But other than that, they're kind of like buffing up everything. They're changing the add-ons to it as well. The nurse got a lot of changes. Pretty much from what I've gathered, it's supposed to be like an overall nerf. And they're changing basically the way her blink works. It's going to go from being able to blink, you know, twice in succession to more like the Legion's ability, where you have like a little bit of a cooldown before you can reuse it again. That's pretty much it. From what I've gathered, they have a bunch of stuff here. I'll leave this up on the screen if you guys want to pause it here to kind of get a look at it a little bit better, but they're changing a bunch of her perks. And yeah, like I said, it's going to be about 3 seconds before you can reuse the blink again. So you get a little bit longer of a cooldown. So yeah. They're changing a few other perks. Metal of Man is getting a buff, so you can use it more than once, which is nice. But if you don't have self-care, it's pretty much not really going to help you that much. But if you do, or if you have some kind of healing perk or a first aid kit, it's definitely going to help. Nobody uses Plunderers or Detective's Hunch, really. But Detective's Hunch got a little bit of a buff. They're increasing the time you can use it. Plunderers, looks like it's getting a little bit of a buff, so you can kind of see which actual item you're dropping. They're changing a little bit more stuff with killers. Just a few minor perks, I'd say. yeah, minor stuff. I'm not going to go over all that. There's a bunch of map stuff they're fixing, which we've all probably been waiting for the longest. Again, I'm not going to go through that list because there is a lot of them to go through, but they're fixing various, you know, map related bugs. So hopefully that'll be a little bit better. With the perks over here, they're switching a few things up. They're changing the Hunter's Lullaby. I guess there's like a bug where you can cancel the skill check after they appear, which I haven't really had that issue because I don't really try to do that, but I blame it on the PC guys. They with their just much faster systems, I mean, it's probably a lot easier for them to do that. So and then you got at the end here, Dance With Me. It shows survivor scratch marks when the survivor rushed out of a locker, which I'm not really sure why that would happen because it's supposed to be rushed action, so it's good they're fixing that. Then you got okay, so this first one is probably one of the few out of this list I'm going to talk about. You get stuck as play as survivor lobby when connecting to a closed public lobby. That's happened to me a bunch of times where it literally freezes your menu and you can't really do anything after that. The other kind of stuff are just all like minor things. You know, this shows 0 points to the player's own scoreboard having earned points in the tally screen when the game disconnected. Which that one's, it's good that they're fixing that. And then just a bunch of other minor things here. And yeah, I'm not really going to go over the rest because the other ones aren't really that bad. I haven't really dealt with them. They are changing a few other minor things. The self-heal one, I've never had that issue, but that's just me. I'm gonna go to the next section, UI and HUD. So basically, again, a lot of these are issues that I've never dealt with. I think it's more of a PC thing, but they're finally bringing it to console because we always get like the short end of the stick when it comes to them fixing bugs for us. They want to fix it on PC first and then, you know, let us suffer for a little bit before they actually do something about it. But I digress. It's a lot of stuff they're finally actually putting the time into fixing. Let me see here. A lot of these other things aren't really too bad. Okay, this one is another one. You can't back out of the lobby if you're readied up in the loadout, which kind of doesn't make sense, but that's happened to me a few times too. And yeah, you got that. And then I do believe these are all just cosmetics, and then you got a few more cosmetics, and yeah, they got a little sale going on right now, and then this one's been out for a while, so that's pretty much it. They got a sale on a bunch of costumes, so if you want to get one right now, this would probably be the best time to do it. Just throwing it out there. Alright, so other than that, that's pretty much what's new in here. There's a lot of stuff I didn't go over like in detail and whatnot, but you know, it is what it is. And you guys can always check the patch notes. I will put a link in the description if you guys do want a more detailed view of it. And yeah. So just to show you the archives, I know I spoke about it a little bit earlier. The archives you got. So you got two little tabs here. Okay, so the top line is going to be your basically your survivor perks. Okay, and you have a bunch of seasons over here, or levels, basically like seasons. You know, you progress through one, you get to the next one. Um, and this basically is just like the challenges that we used to have before, but not really too much different. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Although before it used to be like, you know, you have to unhook 2 survivors with Bill or Jane, or it'd be a little bit more specific. Whereas now it's just kind of general. You can just get a total of 2 generators. It's not, you have to do it with Jake or anybody in specific. It's just you have to do it while playing. So I think it's a little bit better. And then yeah, they got basically they got the top line is going to be for survivors. This one's obviously a clawed out one, but as you can see, there's not really that many on the first page. And then you got, you know, you got a trapper one down here, and then you just got like some basic killer perks. So I don't believe they have the next levels ready. So when you go to collection, I do believe they were having some kind of issue with this mode, but it's basically related to the challenges. You just have to complete the sections above, and you should be able to unlock all this nice little stuff. So this is just like extra content, just to give you like extra backstory to everything. So you can kind of like get a little bit more out of the story, or what lack there is of it. It's pretty much just everybody fell into the entity and kind of had to fight for their life or survive, but they all mysteriously disappeared in some kind of way one day, and then yeah, it's pretty much most of the stories. So over here you got something that's similar in Paladins. Where you have the free content on the top, and then the paid content on the bottom, which basically is to unlock the rift. You get the premium rewards, where it's basically you have to pay to get, you know, a whole bunch of better perks. So if you unlock the first one, you're going to get these bottom perks if you unlock the pass, which the cost of it is 1,000 AC. So you kind of have to pay for it, but you do get some, you know, nice little charms out of it. Whereas if you look at the top row, you don't really get charms or anything. So they give you like basically the garbage up top and then the nice stuff on the bottom. You can get these points back, the acrylic cells. I call them AC points, but you pretty much just progress and progress and progress. The more you level up and the more points you get, the rift fragments. So yeah, that's pretty much all that's new to Dead by Daylight right now. They probably are going to have some new stuff coming out, and I'll release another video when they do. But for now, I mean, that's a short end of it. Like I said, if you want to read all the patch notes, I'll make sure to leave a link in the description if you guys do want to check that out. I wouldn't really say spend too much time on it, because a lot of the stuff is just minor bug fixes and minor stuff. So there's a lot of it you can just kind of skim over if you do want to like check it out. But yeah, that's pretty much what's new in Dead by Daylight. So just in case you guys were wondering, I wanted to put that information out there. I know there's probably going to be several videos out there with this information already, but just to reiterate, Just wanted to show you guys kind of the quick version of it. I'm not going to go over every little tiny thing in it because there's a lot of little stuff they fixed, but it's not really going to change too many things. I mean, some of the problems you may not have ever had a problem with, some of the little bug fixes that they're doing, or you might have. I don't know. If you have, let me know in the comments, you know, because maybe I'm just talking sideways and I haven't really had that much experience with it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you did or you didn't, let me know. Maybe there's something I probably should have talked about in the video. But yeah, drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what I missed out or what you think I should have put in here or included. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Don't get choked. Later, guys.